Hi kids, it's me, Teacher Lupe. I miss you so much. It's been a lot of days that we haven't seen each other, and I know it's been tough, but I was so excited I have the chance to read to you. And this book is so much fun. It's about animals, and you know Teacher Lupe loves animals. Look it. This is what the cover looks like. See? The title of the book is Squeak the Lion. The author, her name is Catherine Sully. She wrote the words to the book. The illustrator, her name is Emma Leach. She's the one who drew the pictures. This is what the cover looks like. And here's the spine of the book. Let's get ready to read. Squeak the Lion. Little Squeak was the youngest lion cub in the pride. All the other lions loved Squeak. He's so cute and cuddly, they said. Isn't he funny, they said. But Squeak didn't want to be cute or funny. Squeak wanted to be just like his older brothers, Bruno and Leo. Bruno was brave and strong. Leo was clever and cunning. Squeak wasn't even his proper name. His real name was Rory, with an R. That was a proper lion's name. Squeak was a silly baby name. Why does everyone call me Squeak? He asked his brothers grumpily. Because when you were a baby, you went squeak, 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 explained Leo. So everyone called you Squeak, laughed Bruno. Ha 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 ha. One day, Bruno and Leo were going hunting. Wait for me, called Squeak, trotting after them. Squeak hurried up to catch up to them, but soon his little legs were feeling tired. He stopped for a rest, watched as Bruno and Leo disappeared into the tall grass. When he finally caught up with them, Bruno and Leo were crouched over a nest of tasty-looking eggs. Suddenly, there was a sss. A head appeared swaying above the tall grass. It was a snake. The nest of eggs belonged to her. She lunged out at the lion cubs, but brave Bruno roared, "Roar!" He swiped the snake with his paw, and it slithered away. "Wow, Bruno, that was brave," said Leo as the lion cubs made their way home. "Did you see how Bruno swiped that sneaky snake?" said Squeak. Just at that moment, Squeak spotted a lizard crossing the path. He swiped the lizard with his paw, just like Bruno, but the lizard quickly flicked his outless tongue, smacking Squeak on the nose. Oh! Squeak was so surprised that he jumped. The angry lizard continued on his way. Bruno and Leo laughed. "Ha ha ha ha! You're so funny, Squeak," they roared. The next day, Bruno and Leo went hunting again. "Wait for me," called Squeak as he followed his brothers down the watering hole. It was very muddy along the bank, and Squeak's paws kept sinking into the mud. It slowed him down. "Now I'll never catch up." He sighed as he watched his brothers walk ahead. Then Bruno and Leo stopped. They had spied some paw prints in the mud. "These tracks belong to a water buffalo," said clever Leo, sniffing around the ground. "Let's follow it and sneak up from behind," said brave Bruno as he looked along the muddy trail. By the time Squeak reached the water, there was lots of paw prints in the mud, and his brothers were nowhere to be found. Squeak sniffed the ground and looked at the paw prints. I can follow tracks too, said Squeak to himself, and then he set off. He followed the tracks around and around for a long time. Squeak could hear his brothers laughing. He looked up. Then he looked around the tracks. Squeak had followed his old tracks in a big circle. You're so funny, Squeak, laughed Bruno and Leo. The following day, Bruno and Leo were going hunting again. Wait for me, called Squeak, but this time his brothers didn't want Squeak to come along. Not this time, Squeak, said Bruno. You'll slow us down, or you'll get us in trouble, said Leo. But Squeak wasn't going to miss his hunting trip. He followed his brothers a little behind. Bruno and Leo soon disappeared down the trail through some trees. They followed the trail until they found a good place to set up a trap. Clever Leo piled up some berries under a tree where a hungry squirrel would find them. Brave Bruno climbed up the tree and crept along a branch, ready to pounce. Very soon the squirrel hopped toward the berries. The trap had worked. Bruno crept from further along the branch, ready to pounce. But suddenly there was a crack. The branch came crashing down. The startled squirrel ran off as Bruno tumbled to the ground. Oh, I hope he didn't get hurt. Ouch! Roared Bruno. His tail was caught under the branch. Bruno was trapped. He couldn't move. Don't worry, Bruno, called clever Leo. I'll find a way to get you out. Let's see if he helps him out. I hope so. He looks like he's scared. Squeak had just caught up with his brothers and watching from behind a tree. Oh, my tail! Oh, Bruno moaned. Hurry up and help me out. Now, thought Leo, all I need is a vine and a heavy rock to lift the branch. That sounds pretty smart. That sounds pretty clever. Let's see if that works. But Leo didn't finish because a loud "Hurrup" interrupted him. It was the sound of an elephant. Oh no, groaned Bruno. We're on an elephant trail, and the elephants are headed this way, gasped Leo. While Leo dashed about to find a piece of rope, a long line of elephants appeared at the end of the track. Squeak looked at the elephants, then looked at Bruno, trapped under the branch. The elephants were getting nearer and nearer. Leo wasn't going to make it in time. The ground began to shake, and the elephants trampled closer and closer and closer. There's no time to lose, thought Squeak. He saw a gap below the branch that was just big enough for him to squeeze under. He dashed out from his hiding place into the gap, and with more of a roar, then a squeak, he heaved the branch with all his might. The branch lifted just enough for Bruno to pull out his tail. The Squeak pulled the branch away. The elephants were almost on top of them. Ooh, that's dangerous. Bruno squeaked and Leo leaped into the trees just as the elephants came thundering by. Wow, Squeak, that was brave, said Bruno. That was really clever, Squeak, said Leo. Look at how happy their faces are. They're so proud of their little brother. climb down from the tree. Did you see the way Squeak came to the rescue? Said Bruno. Wait until we tell everyone how brave and clever Squeak was, said Leo. Squeak felt very proud. Maybe we should call you Rory from now on, said his brothers. Oh, I think he's gonna like that, or is he gonna like his name Squeak? Let's see. Squeak smiled, but somehow he didn't mind being called Squeak anymore. The end. What do you guys think? See, even if you're small, you can make good decisions and you could be awesome and you can help. So he was clever like his brother and he was brave like his other brother. I really hope you enjoyed this story. And remember to talk to your parents about it. And they're going to ask you some questions and you could draw me a picture and you could tell your parents to write down the story for you. And please, Mommy, Daddy, send me a picture because I would love seeing the pictures of the kids learning and having fun at home. Have a wonderful day. And here's a big hug from Teacher Lupe. Oh, yes, very important. Remember to wash your hands and don't put your fingers in your mouth, okay? And be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.